can't believe it. They pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
Tonight,
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys.
Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 3rd and 3. Mayfield down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. He's got right on the short throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Mayfield. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. forced out to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
25 yards that time. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
Stiff-armed him. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
On second down, Wilson.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now it's Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down, Mayfield.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield on play action.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in his first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Mayfield hitting Mayer here on the out route. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So we've reached halftime here.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
In motion right goes Sutton. Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 32 that time.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Flush to his right. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it is 42-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First down, Mayfield. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito,
his second sack of the night. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. Gets past one man. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That is caught. He's got the first down and potentially a lot more.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wilson going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Wilson, he completes this to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wilson. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 3 yards out.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And this is going to be caught, so add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Mayfield now. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Wilson wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, Wilson dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, Wilson eluding the pressure right.
Oh, a cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
today.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start on the ground, ETN.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 18 carries, 99 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville.
And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Amari Cooper, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Open man is Kirk, complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now a 3rd and 6. On play action, Lawrence.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Nick Bonito. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And taken right on the 30.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper.
Oh, what a move.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. A beautiful fake. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now Wilson.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
McManus's point after is good. And it is 28-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Lawrence will throw.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. There's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And now out come the Jags. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
Throw to Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
And Gay knocks this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Touchdown!
Marvin Mims.
39 yards.
And the Broncos just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Nick Bonito.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And taken right at the 35. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got the connection to Cooper. Touchdown, Broncos. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Broncos are pouring it on.
They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence going to throw again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Lawrence.
and take him down.
Nick Bonito.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target.
Down the sideline he goes.
Amari Cooper, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper, 83 yards.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10. It's Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He was looking for Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Wilson. Now he steps away. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Sunday night.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Allen going to look to throw on the first play.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Allen running the option to the left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 11.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Now Wilson on first down.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Again, Wilson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Oh, twisting away. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Again, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up.
Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And complete right side to Cook.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Shifts by him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 28-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. Shreds the tackle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Allen. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
He's been terrific so far. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, partner, opener, still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on third down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Taken right around the 44. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Allen throwing on second down.
Quick throw to Barkley.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To the air, Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chance.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Drew Sanders.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put,
and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Steps away to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point from McManus is good, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second...
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Inside the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos,
today from Empower Field.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. To throw right away is Howell. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 52 yards. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this is going to be incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Howell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Nick Bonito.
He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Able to spin free. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
It got his man complete. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense set to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Now they go play action with Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. Now he's loose at the 40.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And caught by Cooper for a Denver touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. A nice tidy little drive there. Getting the ball in excellent field position. And only 1 play to score it.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Jack Fox now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Marvin Mims
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it is 28-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Howell.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Howell down to throw it. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And Howell will throw it.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33.
Now Howell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Howell.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nick Bonito. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Wilson. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Now Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Being chased out left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Howell's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman.
And our past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw left side is intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. From the gun, it's Wilson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Amari Cooper, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Third and long. Here's Howell.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. Wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Howell. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The tackle made there by Drew Sanders.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Howell from the gun. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
To throw again. Howell. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Well, Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
57, Mike, 57.
Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Look, there he goes right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Nick Bonito able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
He's still on his feet. He may go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And they turned the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Powell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Powell out of the shotgun.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Washington offense back out there.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Howell. He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team.